Ah, you guys want some candy? Okay, so you know what? Let's be honest. Clowns, me, I'm pretty freaking terrifying, aren't I? I don't think I know a single person who actually enjoys seeing my freaking face. There are many scary movies, video games, or real life horror stories of killer clowns. Why are they painting us in such a bad picture? This is no wonder why people develop an intense phobia of clowns. So let's take a look at the top 10 scariest clowns of all time. Starting off this terrifying list in at number 10 with the OG clown, Ronald McDonald. I'm sorry, but this had to be said. Ronald McDonald is beyond creepy. His makeup is just so damn terrifying and he's so damn tall. Okay, just listen to this. He enjoys hanging out with children when parents aren't looking. I mean, his main goal in life is to sell unhealthy hamburgers to children. Is this how you want your kids to be eating every single day? He wears a creepy yellow jumpsuit which makes him look like a psychotic man who just finished mopping up a bloody crime scene with bleach. No thanks, Ronald McDonald. I'm eating at frickin' Wendy's. Our next red-nosed clown is Zeebo, and he makes it onto our list at number 9. Clowns have obviously been the product of some serious nightmares, and Zeebo from Are You Afraid of the Dark definitely helped create some of these nightmares. In an episode, a jerk kid steals Zeebo's cigar, which is apparently a big no-no because the ghost of Zeebo haunted this kid and demanded that he return his cigar. Zeebo made items move in his room, made creepy phone calls, and even caused some spaghetti to explode. I guess this episode was trying to teach kids not to steal, but I think they're also scaring kids in the process. Up next, in at number 8, we have the Bicycle Clown. This group of horrifying clowns appeared in the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which is supposed to be a children's movie, right? No, wrong. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of children and some adults have sleepless nights because these clowns look pretty terrifying. I mean, look at my face. I'm not that terrifying, am I? I mean, no, that is not okay. I don't like the idea of clowns running towards me. I mean, I'm a freaking clown myself, and we don't do well together. Clown Dolls jumps in at number 7. This doll will haunt your nightmares. Just look at this thing. If you've seen the 1982 horror movie Poltergeist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This creepy looking clown doll had one main purpose. It was used as a distraction so the other ghost could abduct the child. There's even one point in the film where the clown grabs onto the little boy's face, drags him under the bed, and tries to choke him to death. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna own my own clown doll. Terrorizing in at number 6 is Captain Spaulding. This creepy clown character was first introduced in the House of 1000 Corpse, and his main purpose was to get innocent people killed by a murderous family that lived in the area. He was the owner of Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, which attracted tourists from all over the country. He would use this attraction as a way to bait people into coming into the area where they would eventually be murdered. His motives are pretty terrifying, but so is his costume and makeup. I mean, if you saw this clown at the entrance of a museum, I'd get in my car, drive away, and never look back. But that's just me. Twisty scares us in at number 5. Twisty is a terrifying clown. I'm even terrified of him. He's in the American Horror Story who wears a creepy prosthetic mask to cover up his disfigured jaw. To top it all off, he kidnaps children and ends up accidentally murdering all of his victims. Twisty's debut on the show terrified the viewers as he would rip out the tongues of his victims and use their bodies as marionettes. If that's not scary, I don't know what is. Martin Vlad Evanick beats his way into number 4. He was a drummer in a band called The Core of Your Own Nightmare, and he was the only one who would regularly wear clown makeup. Well, it turns out he had a sadistic side to him because he was kicked out of the band after he was charged with producing and sharing child pornography. Federal investigators discovered that he has been taking inappropriate pictures of himself engaging in sexual acts with a child. If he is convicted, he will face up to 30 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Well, I'm pretty sure he will be convicted because the evidence is pretty undeniable. Things get even more disturbing in at number 3 with Klutzo the Clown. This is a pretty disturbing story about a man named Amon Paul Carlock who was a former law enforcement officer, juvenile counselor, and a minister at a church who was charged with possessing child pornography and traveling to engage in sexual contact with a minor. He would also perform locally as Klutzo The Clown, and he would advertise himself as available for vacation, Bible schools, children's crusades, Sunday school, children's church, and church parties. He did this as a ploy to get close to children and film them as they played. I mean, this is just so gross and terrifying at the same time. You just can't trust people anymore with your kids. And now I mean Pennywise, I make this damn list. I mean, god damn it, I'm in at number 2. How do people know about me? Well, I'm pretty confident that it is the reason why most people have an extreme phobia of clowns. It's because of me. I am the ruler of all beings. It was portrayed as a shape-shifting and evil entity that doesn't have a gender or solid identity, so that's why it's called it. But when it came to Earth to feed its favorite disguise was a colorful circus clown named Pennywise. I was able to attract children, so I would just capture them and kill them and then devour them. I shouldn't be revealing any of this. I was able to capture anyone I chose, but I like those innocent children, and I would easily lure them in with candy in those sewage drains. Finally, at the number 1 spot, we have John Wayne Gacy. You think all of those fictional clowns were scary? You think I'm scary? Well, John Wayne Gacy is a real-life killer clown who murdered 33 people during his 6-year reign of terror. He was a rapist and a torturer who would dress up as a clown and perform at charity events. His clown costume would make it easier for him to lure his young victims into his home, where he would trick them into wearing handcuffs and violate them. After he was done with his violence and gruesome torturing, he would murder them and bury them in his home crawl space. Thankfully, he was executed by lethal injection, so he doesn't have a chance to attack again. And lucky for you guys, I'm just a fictional character. Well, there you guys have it. Oh, man, guys, that was really hard to produce that video. It is so damn hot in here, but if you guys got to the end, put hashtag got to the end in the comment section below so I can see who got to the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching this, and we've had a lot of fun with these Halloween videos. Let me know what you guys think of them as well. I'm sweating. That was a hard one.